Hello, this is Reneé, and welcome to your weekly card pull where you choose which message you are going to receive from Spirit. Right now, I want you to take several deep breaths, clear your mind, and focus on the cards that are in front of you. Focus on A and B. You will be drawn to one of those cards, and some of you will be drawn to both of them. But the order might not be AB, it might be BA, and that's good, it's okay. There's a message here for each one of you who decides to do this or drawn to this video to try learning the message. So take several deep breaths, focus, clear your mind. For those of you who chose card A, I want you to take a good look at it. It's called Fork in the Road, and it's card number 13. What's really interesting about this is you'll see a reindeer, an owl sitting on the back of the reindeer, and then a monkey in front, as there's a sign right there underneath the monkey with different signposts or different arrows pointing in different directions, meaning you've come to a fork in the road, you have some decisions to make. If we take a look at what the animals actually represent as totems, animal totems, the reindeer is pretty interesting actually, because the reindeer is reminding you to stay like on track with your goals. And it represents like emotional or spiritual journey is now in sight. Okay. But you have to stay on your path that you're currently following and know that you're on the right track. You need to trust your own instincts and stay focused. You know, and another meaning for the deer also is that you have to take a leap of faith sometimes and go ahead with your own plans. You know, you can, you can really fly at this point, but the key is believing in all the things that are possible. And, you got to let go of your own roadblocks and embark on a new journey of faith, trust, and instinct. But also, you need to not get involved in other people's drama. It's very important to understand that. And when you get stuck with other people's drama, you tend to lose focus. So the deer is saying to let your own light shine for yourself once in a while and just let go of all that past, let go of any roadblocks that you yourself might be creating, but don't get sidetracked with other people's drama. And the owl has been mentioned also in the last couple of weeks with these readings. And again, the owl tells you to kind of sit back and chill and really take a good look at what it is that you are supposed to be observing. You need to be the observer. You need to not get all worked up. Be wise like the owl. Sit back and watch. Sometimes things might, appear one way, but the owl can sense, through the shadows. It can see through the shadows beyond fear and darkness and through the other side that promises light, happiness, and knowledge. So you need to do this and trust in your own instinct. And to do this, you need to be the observer. Whereas we have the monkey who's sitting on top of the different, on top of the signpost, which is representing different paths that you can take. And we need to understand also that the monkey is saying, the monkey in the totem can be a trickster. So they can play jokes or trick you from one way to another. So I guess this thing would be the grass isn't always greener on the other side in some cases. And I don't know why I'm being asked to say that, but it's kind of coming out. Look at the monkey as being the trickster. So when you're at that crossroad, rely on your own instincts and think of the owl, the observer that can see through things and through other people, and the deer who, really needs to focus on themselves and stay out of the drama. So the fork in the road we have, it's time to make a decision. And when you make a decision, you also have to consider the consequences that happen, based on your decision and owning up to your own obligation to make necessary choices. Now, the oracle messages, again, every choice has a consequence. You've arrived at a fork in the road and are being asked to come to a decision. Basically, it'll further your dreams by choosing left, or will it be by choosing right? Will you take the road less traveled or the one that's well worn that others who have come before you? This is a choice that you need to make, and yours alone. Circumstances and other people will not make it for you. So you need to be present and do not avoid this junction, for it's really an important crossroad. Take heart, and it's no matter of which path you choose, you will have a rich and meaningful experience. And so it doesn't matter which one you choose, it'll be a good thing for you, but you need to understand that, it's not up to anybody else, it's up to you. And again, think of the owl, the deer, and the monkey. Okay? Really focus on this as to which way you're going to go. Now, the relationship message with this card is that, you've reached a moment of truth in the evolution of your relationship. Which will you choose? To open up to the possibility of love, or to remain isolated? To go deeper and to commit to mutual passion, or to walk away? We relationships have been coming up a lot lately too. And we mentioned last week to take that leap of faith. So for those of you who took that leap of faith, why were you taking, with that person? Was it out of loneliness, or do you really like the person? Okay, so now this week, what they're saying here is that you need to be honest with yourself. Are you willing to do this, to invest and to give and choose? Okay, you need to take responsibility, the time to be responsible for your truest desire and to follow it. You cannot make a wrong choice. If you move forward with a relationship, know that it will be based in truth and authenticity. You will be made to make a conscious decision rather than simply hanging on because you don't want to be alone, or ending things because you're afraid of the intensity of genuine connection. And that happens sometimes. Some people will decide to go into a relationship because they're afraid of being alone, but that's not a reason to be in a relationship. When you enter into a relationship, you should be ready, you should be prepared, you should be healing or healed yourself to the best at that point that you can. And you need to be really invested in the relationship. Also, some of those who have a really high energy level, the intensity can be very, very intense. The relationship, the energy can be intense, and it can scare some people. But it doesn't mean that that's not a bad thing. But when the energy is that intense, it's a very good mix. Don't run being scared. Invest in this relationship because, the intense energy is usually a very positive sign. So, all the roads lead to the lessons you must learn in your relationships, but regardless of the decision you make, it will place you on the path of a truer experience to your heart. So, understand that, if this card represents you and your relationship, or one that you're thinking about getting involved in, don't be afraid, but just be clear about it. Be clear about your decision. Why do you want to get in this relationship? You know, and if you're in one and it's just not going anywhere, you know, maybe you need to make that decision to move on, because if it's not going anywhere and you're in the relationship for the wrong reasons, everybody suffers. The prosperity message with this card is you've come as far as you can on this part of the journey, and now you're faced with a choice. Inherent, it is a choice, is a need for a change, for evolution, for bettering of your circumstances. Narrow it down to just a single question. Who do I need to become, and what do I need to believe in order to live a life of prosperity? You need to be honest with yourself, and it needs to come from your heart. And the decision about which way to go will be effortless. Know that abundance is all around you. Choose to see it. And it'll be easier to settle on the direction for the way that will be made clearer for your intuition and your choices, and how to steer you towards your own well-being. So, you know, don't be afraid. Again, look at the owl, sit back, observe, think, be wise about this, and use your intuition. And the protection message out of this is indecision is extremely frustrating and will lead you to anxiety, loss, and confusion. When you're at this fork in the road, you can't remain in place without losing your way altogether. So avoid the tendency to let others choose for you. Again, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility for yourself. Don't give your power away, not even to this card, you know? By not making a choice, you are making a choice for which you must be accountable for. Okay? If that makes any sense. Again, by not making the choice yourself, there could be consequences. Okay? If that choice leads to the undesirable circumstances, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you second chances. Okay, so don't get all down or anything else. But again, the wise old owl, right? So you can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. So sometimes we don't want to learn the hard lessons, so we really need to, you know, again, make this decision on your own. Stop, observe, think about it. Think about the consequences for each way, each path that is before you. Think about the good that could happen. Be honest with yourself. Be excited, for new beginnings and stuff. You need to understand that don't be tricked. See through the darkness, see through people, see into their souls, if it involves other people. Um, just be honest with yourself. Shine the light for yourself. Take the time for you. You alone need to focus on yourself too. So stop spreading yourself so thin. I'm sorry, I can't talk tonight. Stop spreading yourself so thin, and go ahead and move forward at a steady, even slow pace. But before you do, be the observer and choose wisely. For those of you who chose card letter B, okay, take a good look again at this picture. You'll notice the leopard, which is very fast, it's spotted, and it owns its spots. And you see a checkered flag, you see stars representing dreams. The checkered flag usually means the finish line. So taking a look at the leopard as an animal totem, you're being reminded that there is always a period of rebirth after a period of suffering and death on some level. This kid is a healer of deep wounds and will bring old issues to resolution through the claiming of power that was lost during the time of the wounding. They're there to remind you that you have many resources, skills, capabilities, inner resources, and patterns available that are there for you that will allow you to do a broad range of tasks at will. These resources can be physical, mental, psychic, emotional, and spiritual. The kid is also letting you know that you need to accept your own spots. You own them, they're yours, and use them to your own strengths. Stop hiding because of your own perceived weaknesses. You have the power and the strength to accomplish everything that you dream of. You simply need to believe. You need to believe in yourself. You need to trust in yourself. You need to have faith that and of course finding the right path. But persistence is the key here. Okay? You need to be persistent, but also patient in attaining your goals. The leopard is letting you know that there's a tendency to plan for all different contingencies, and um, things can change direction on a dime. So you need to be able to do that. Okay, and you need to naturally respect others in your environment as well as have a great deal of self-respect. So that's important. You are self-confident, wise, and courageous in the face of adversity, or at least you can be. You just don't see that you are. So you need to be. You need to draw on the strength of the leopard. You have the personal power. You have the gift for aligning the energy around you and to keep it constant and stable. So to get to the finish line, to get to your goals and your dreams, be like the panther, be able to change, as quick as a dime, but, rebuild, draw on that panther to rebuild your strength after you've been through a really rough time. You're in a time of rebirth. So if we take a look at the meaning of this card and see how it correlates, the leopard, I'm sorry, how the leopard correlates with the um, reading here for this one card. And it's really interesting how actually A and B aren't too far off. They can actually follow one another or work very well with one another. And I love how Spirit just sort of, puts these out here for us. And it kind of like tells a story. So basically, we're going to go the distance with this card. It's called Go the Distance, which is endurance, strength, and the long haul. You need to bring your dream to life, and you must start thinking of the long term and pay no attention to the different fluctuations of your current experiences or circumstances, okay? You need to stop and let that go. Not focus on that, but focus on the long term. What is it that you want at the end? Okay? What is your expected outcome? And you need to focus on that and keep moving on, keep moving along. Joy and disappointment, they mingle with opportunities. So there's no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life isn't a sprint, it's not a race. You're not out there to race. You need to enjoy. Even though you could be going through a rough time, you still need to, just enjoy life and be there and take pride in your steps as you move forward. You don't have to rush. Things aren't going to happen instantly. They're not just going to fall at your feet. You need to take the time to plan and work courageously and be persistent in moving forward and just keep going. You know, you have the endurance, the strength, and the fortitude to carry this all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. It will never, ever, ever be withheld from you. You need to remember that. And when I say that, whatever you have planned, I mean, yes, there's free will, and we can change our path, but in the end, we're going to end up where we need to be. Okay, so whatever is ours is going to be ours, whether it be a job, whether it be finances, whether it be, our dreams, our goals. We just might have obstacles, and our own free will might have gotten in the way, but we're going to eventually have them. They're going to happen. So you just need to have the faith and keep going. So that was the oracle message. But if we take a look at this from a relationship message, this is you're either in or are calling in a harmonious relationship that can stand the test of time. For better or worse, as you ride the ups and downs and even strain, break yourself, and are remade into new growth, you are being redeemed by the power of regeneration. Harmony does not mean there will never be a wrong note played out, that the relationship is marked by endurance and dedication to overall unity. A new song can be written, an instrument can be tuned, and a symphony of love will play on. Listen to your heart. Okay, so, you know, right now, those of you who chose card B are either calling in, it's coming to you, calling in a really good, strong, harmonious relationship that maybe the one you've been looking for, or even if you're in one already, this could definitely be the one who's in it with you for the long haul. Now, no relationship is going to be perfect. It's not going to be hunky dory. Everybody's out there looking for their twin flame right now, and I'm going to tell you right now, not all twin flames are in the physical world with everybody. And, twin flame, person's twin flame can be a sibling, it could be a child, your own child, it could be your parents, it could be an aunt, a cousin, an uncle, a teacher. I mean, it could be any of these things. So don't always look at your twin flame as being your, romantic partner, which actually a twin flame is one of the roughest relationships to be in. But I mean, you know, get rid of all of that. Stop thinking about that. Take a look at what is it that you're looking for in a relationship, not the person, but the relationship. Call that into you. Call that relationship into you. It's time and it's happening. It's going to happen. So keep up the good work. Like I said, if you're in a relationship and it's going really well, even though it's got some up and downs, but it seems to be building strength with each other and the love for each other, and that is so important. That is so so important. So keep it up. You're in this for the long haul, and this is a good thing. So like I said, either you're in it already or you're drawing it into you. So keep that in mind and have fun with that. If you look at this from a prosperity message, this card, your most precious dreams are not about instant gratification, but enduring prosperity. This is a time to think long term and engage in continued action. Like I said earlier, continue moving forward. Don't stop. Don't stop, and don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody change your mind. Just keep going forward. Don't worry about the obstacles or the little ups and downs that you might even have as you're trying to reach your goal or your dreams. Keep moving forward. Don't let them get you. Don't let them slow you already slower than you're going. Just a steady pace is so, so important. You will experience momentum building as you translate the ebb and the flow into slow and steady movement forward. Your efforts, ideas, and hard work now can lead to greater riches than you can imagine. So build that inner excitement, okay? Don't let anything interrupt that stream of energy. It's available to support you in all phases of this manifestation. Be assured that you're in the right place right now. If we look at it from a protection message, we're going to look at it as, do you feel you've been wandering in the desert now for ages and ages and ages? And it's really interesting how they say most people will see, like parched lips or sunburned skin mirages, but there's more to it than just that. If you look at this, you see resilience, okay? You see the resilient spirits, tough skin, and the willingness to burrow deep underground for water so that you may thrive. It's basically a time for developing your survival skills and resilience. You're learning how to conserve your strength. And in this temporary time of austerity, it's wise to be selective time. It's wise to be selective about where you expend your energy. Don't don't waste it on drama. Don't waste it on people who are drawing your energy from you, which I refer to as energy vampires. Don't waste your time on frivolous stuff. Don't waste your time on worrying about the past. Let it all go. Let it all go. Those who have hurt you in the past, let it go once and for all. Okay? Life was not meant to be dwelling on past events, past people, anything like that. You need to move on. You know, you have to. You have no choice. Move forward. If you want to move forward and you want to be protected and get out of this um, swamp, this bog of emotional, like being, you need to really let these things go. And again, move away from negative people and situations and drama. But listen to the call of your soul, because it's never going to leave you astray. It is, again, a very important time for letting go onto what's really not important. If it doesn't affect you, really let it go. Walk away from it. If people are trying to get you involved in their drama or gossip, let it go. It slows you down, gets you in trouble. I mean, we all know how that is. There's more to life than all of that, more to life than the negativity. But that would be card number B. And I hope you enjoyed your reading at that moment for this. Thank you very much for doing this fun video adventure that I have going on here, where you actually choose your card or your message for the week. And again, this is for the week starting April 17th, which is a Saturday, and working on through until, through next Friday or next Saturday, which would be the 24th of April. So that's when I'll be coming out with another one. But I also, if you're in the New York State area, I will be at a convention, Central New York, Crypto Paracon in Rome, New York, starting the evening of May 13th, Friday, May 13th. I will be there doing a gallery event starting at 7 p.m. with Lorna Reynolds. And I'll be there through Saturday evening. So if you're up that way, make sure that you stop in and check out my website, which is www.angelic-comfort.com. And you can schedule an appointment for a personal reading for yourself, which they're up to 60 minutes each. And you can schedule that, or you can schedule for energy work or a consulting session, or you can just use the site to see different, learn different things and read some of the blogs on it. It's really a pretty cool site, so check it out. You can also follow me on Facebook by typing in Angelica Comfort and or Psychic Medium Reneé, and follow me there. But have a great week, everybody, and we'll catch you next Saturday. Please let me know if you enjoy this and how it's working for you. Take care, everyone. Much love and light to you. Namaste.